Hello amazing people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Once again, it's your boy Joseph Babatunde Ogunshetire. I'm a former recipient of the Erasmus Mundus Joint Masters Degree Scholarship. This is going to be the phase 2 of the initial video that I already did for the Masters Scholarship opportunity at the University of Queensland. I decided to cut the video because it was very long. So let's look at what is available for fully funded scholarship opportunities at this university, and we'll be also looking at some of the research projects that are available. So for this research project, you can apply if you are looking for a master's scholarship opportunity, or if you're looking for a PhD scholarship opportunity. So this research project covers for both, so we're going to take both of them together. If you're just joining this YouTube channel, do not forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, put on your notification so that when I drop new videos, you'll be among the first people to see them. Also guys, try to share this video to people that you know will be needing them, and don't forget to like my video, engage. If you have questions, ask your questions, and I'll be more than glad to respond to your questions swiftly. So right now, let's get into why we are here. Fully funded scholarship opportunity at PhD level, and also some research projects for both PhD and masters at the University of Queensland. Let's go. This is the University of Queensland in Australia, and the University of Queensland is in Brisbane. So when you come to this landing website for the Doctor of Philosophy fully funded scholarship opportunity at the University of Queensland, you just have to scroll down and look at all of the information. Like I said again, guys, try to make sure that you read. Reading is very, very important. Now, this part says that about 1,000 PhD candidates join University of Queensland each year researching a wide range of topics. So I want to believe that you want to be part of that beautiful number. So come to this place, don't leave it on domestic, leave it on international, because when you keep it on domestic, it is showing you only this 2026, but when you put it on international, which is this, it is going to show you opportunity that begin study in 2026 or 2027. And now you can see that for this fully funded PhD scholarship opportunity, the duration is 3 to 4 years full time, and you can see the quarters here as well. For the start of semester, 1st of January 2026, research quarter 2, 3, and then you find research quarter 4. See, semester dates for 2027 are yet to be confirmed, so we already know what is obtainable for 2026, which is quite important, as it is going to help you to plan properly. So now let's look at the entry requirements for this fully funded PhD scholarship opportunity at the University of Queensland. The entry requirement says that you have to prove you are prepared for PhD study. You do this by showing you have completed some research experience. Very, very important. How can you prove this, that you have completed some research experience? I mean, you can just show that maybe you have a publication, or maybe you've gone for a conference, you've attended a symposium, you presented a paper, like those things that are tightly related to research. Those are way you can show that you have some research experience. And also your thesis, if your thesis is very scientific, it has like a very high research voice, and it's contributed to the academic landscape, it is something that you can also put forward to strengthen your PhD fully funded scholarship application. Now, you have completed an approved university degree, you can meet the English language requirements. We are going to see all of these English language requirements, all of that. Also, this part is talking about approved degrees. I wouldn't want us to waste too much time, because I believe that this is something that you guys can easily wrap your head around, right? It's not something that is so difficult. Now, this part is talking about the research experience that we saw here, right? Exactly. So it is giving us like a highlight of what they mean by that. So guys, read properly. It is very, very important. Now, for the English language requirements, we will check for that later. Just follow this video while I take you through all of the process. Now, when you come to this scholarship part of the interface, you wouldn't really find a lot of information, just telling you how to apply, blah blah blah, other scholarships and stuff like that, which we are not really interested in right now. So we want to check the English language eligibility, or the English language requirement for this Doctor of Philosophy fully funded scholarship opportunity at this university. Remember, when you get to this place, please put it as I am an international student. This part is also very, very important, so that you get information related to international students. This part is saying all students need appropriate English language skill for admission to University of Queensland. The level of English required depends on the program you are applying for, which is also an important information. Guys, check it out. It's very, very important. yeah, let's keep on looking at what we have here. So for the English language study or work experience, a way for you to show that is by providing TOEFL, IELTS, and some of the English language tests that the university has mentioned. But then if you are from a designated country, you are not mandated, like it's not like a compulsion, or you are not compelled, right, to submit English language test results. But you can provide an official statement, from the university in any of these designated countries, that English language was the mode of instruction throughout your study in the university. So I would like for us to see something that is important. Let's see. Okay, for the English language requirement, let's look at the designated country. I mean, we've checked this before for the other opportunity we looked at, which is for the master's program, and the information are quite the same. You can see Nigeria, Ghana, Botswana, Liberia, Lesotho, Kenya, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Papua New Guinea. I mean, just look at those designated countries, and try to make sure that you find a document from your university if you schooled in any of this country. Tell them to provide you a written statement that English language was the mode of instruction while you were on campus. So that is that for the English language requirement for this PhD opportunity at this university. So when we come back to this Doctor of Philosophy web interface, we check on how to apply. You can check your eligibility entry requirements, which I've mentioned. If you have like a result, I'm talking about a 2-1 or a first class, this is something that you can apply for. And also you should know that you must approach a potential supervisor or find a project. I'm going to talk about how we can find a suitable project. That is, if you are not going through the talking to a potential supervisor route. But then even if you find a project, you still need to talk to a potential supervisor, because as a PhD applicant, automatically you'll be working with the supervisor, so it's like a must do thing. Now, a supervisor in your field who will support your proposed project must be sought for, and this is how you find a supervisor. I think I already covered this in the initial video I made for the master's scholarship at this university, and I would like for you guys to look at that. But then we can just rush down to that part and we see what is obtainable. So let's assume that you want to apply for a discipline and your discipline is psychology, right? So you click on psychology, it shows you the subdiscipline in psychology. Do you want to study biological psychology? You can click on biological psychology. Don't forget, guys, while you are clicking on all of these subdiscipline specialization, the experts, right, the experts are reducing, right? You can see, because it is showing you the number of experts that are related to this specialization. Very, very important. So now let's look at behavioral neuroscience. Now when you click on behavioral neuroscience, you're going to see that you only have 5 experts. So you want to browse the 5 experts that are taking behavioral neuroscience, and you can see Associate Professor Paul Ebert, Reader, School of Agriculture and Food Sustainability, Faculty of Science, School of the Environment, Faculty of Science. I mean, that's how like you can find a suitable supervisor. You can see all of the information that you need about them. And now see something very important. This guy, his name popped up, but then it says not available for supervision. So people like this, you don't send them any email because they are not available. But then we have Dr. Dana Puzi now, and she says that she's available for supervision. So you need to read about the lady, get to understand what they stand for in the way. But then you can see that our project is just one, that is a funded project. So she's having just one funded project. So you want to take into account all of these important information. But then Associate Professor Paul Ebert has 36 funded projects. So let's check this Associate Professor to see if he has some opportunity that we can explore. You can see all of this information about the associate professor. You can check, go deeper, look at what is obtainable, like get yourself acquainted with so many of his research interests, look for some of his paper, read, get to understand what he stands for, right? So that you can send like a very good code email explaining your interest in a particular area and see if he's going to be cut out for supervising your PhD research. currently it does not have a funding, right? So you don't want to send a cold email to somebody who is not having funding right now. But then you can still do that, because an associate professor may not be having funding but might know someone that is having funding in another university. So you should not underestimate the power of referral. So when people like this refer you or recommend you to their colleagues in other university where they are having funding, it's not gonna be difficult for you to have, something. Like, it's not gonna be difficult. I tell you guys for free, 100%. So now this is if you want to check for supervision, you click here. It says available for supervision. We've already seen this before. Before you email them, read our advice on how to contact a supervisor. So this is your responsibility. Know what the university suggests, or know what the university advises, right? When it comes to contacting a potential supervisor, so that you don't do things out of context, and you don't lose opportunities in the long run. So you can see supervision history. These are some of the projects he has supervised, right? You can see everything all spelled out here. So you might want to check what these projects look like, what were their results and stuff like that. Very, very important. So if you want to like make inquiries, you can reach out to him, talk about C. elegans, genetic fumigant, phosphine, resistance in insects, genetic C. elegans, grain storage insects, insect fumigant, insect genetics. These are some of the areas that he would appreciate that your inquiries are kind of coming from. So this is his email. If you want to send him an email to relay your interest, this is his email address. So that is how to get the supervisors on this scholarship website for a doctoral program. So that is clear now, I believe. So we want to also check these parts that spoke about the academic curriculum, CV, blah blah blah. But this information is very, very long. But guys, please and please read properly. This is very, very packed with critical information, critical cautionary information, that once you miss out on any of them and you do things outside what has already been laid down, guys, it's not going to be funny. Your application will be refused, and you don't want that to happen. Please, due diligence is very, very important. So for your academic transcript, they've stated everything here, what they want, how they want the document. It is very, very important. So check your degree certificates, the same thing. Your English language documents, we've already spoken about English language documents. If you don't have TOEFL, IELTS, and other English language tests, you can provide an official written statement from your university stating that English language was the mode of instruction while you were on campus. Very, very important. So your references / letters of recommendation as well, you provide that information is very, very important. And for the passport is just gonna tell them about your identity. So put your passport. A lot of people want to apply for scholarship and they are yet to have their passport, and in my head I'm like, what are you doing? Like, get your passport and then start applying for scholarship. So if you want to apply for this doctoral program, these are some important dates, and I think we've already spoken about these important dates. You just come to this place where it says apply now, and then you click on apply now. And what you need to do is, when you come to the online application portal, you need to register and apply, because you do not have a pending application, right? So start a new application. To start a new application, complete the form below. UQ staff and students should use UQ Authenticate. If you have been sent an activation code, please visit the activate account page. So this is where you're going to insert your email address, confirm your email address, your password, confirm your password, and then you click on I have read and agreed to the OA terms of use, and I have read the OA privacy notice, and then you click on continue. It's going to take you to the page where you need to start everything. Submit your documents, right? If there is a place where you need to provide a statement of purpose, you put it there, your CV, everything that they've requested. So that is that for the PhD opportunity. I would like for us to look at research project scholarships. I'm going to provide these websites, right, and below the description. I'm also going to put it in the comment section. I'm going to pin it so that you guys can see it. So this is for research project scholarship. And now for research project scholarship at the University of Queensland, you can see that the enrollment status, it feature UQ students, student type domestic and international. We are international students, so that's like our priority, that's like our concentration right now. So the scholarship value is $36,400 per annum, tax free, 2025 rate. there's additional funds which may be available depending on the project. Also, the scholarship duration is 3.5 years. I think the maximum duration to pursue a doctoral program in the University of Queensland is 4 years, and that is why they said with the possibility of one extension in line with UQ and RTP scholarship policy. Number awarded, it may vary, so they can give up to 1,000 doctoral scholarship to candidates that applied. I think I already made mention of that fact. So the focus is on academic excellence, so you really need to prove yourself that you are well suited for the scholarship opportunity. So guys, don't sleep on it. So about the scholarship supports you to complete a higher degree by research. So this is a higher degree by research scholarship. It is kind of different from the Doctor of Philosophy that I showed you, although this goes both ways for masters and also for PhD, but then it is a degree by research. And it says that it allows you to complete a higher degree by research while focusing on a specific project. Explore the project to find one that suits your research interest. So this is where you can come to look for all of the available projects, and we are going to do that shortly. But let's look at the eligibility. You are eligible if you meet the entry requirements for the relevant doctoral of philosophy PhD program. I think we already saw some of the entry requirements, and I wouldn't want us to go back there again. For the masters, the same thing applies. Check the video I did previously and you're going to see that information and any specific requirements of the project. So why the doctoral program have their own requirements, just like the masters of philosophy, right, has like its own requirements. The project itself has specific requirements, so you really need to understand all of that thing. Very important. So how to apply, details of how to apply are contained in the project listing. Yeah, we're going to see that shortly. So for the selection criteria, this is just like a generic information. It says your application will be assessed on a competitive basis. Yeah, it's a competition. Of course, we take into account your previous academic record, your publication record, honors and awards, employment history. Even though they mention publication record, it doesn't really mean that if you don't have publication you can't get this scholarship opportunity. No, that is not the case. I mean, you can have some other things that could cover for your publication. Not all students that are applying for a PhD opportunity always have publication or publications, right? So don't be scared. Don't allow that push you away from launching yourself into the competitive pool. Yeah, compete. It is part of scholarship as well. So now let's see what is happening. You want to click on this place to view all projects that are available. So when you click on this place, it brings you to this interface that says find a PhD or MPhil project with a scholarship. So right now I want to look at a project that is having a scholarship. So it means that there is already a project on ground, right? And then you see the project, you read about the project, you understand the scope of the project, you check the the aims and the objectives of the project, and with that knowledge you reach out to potential supervisors that are listed or that are tied to the project list. Let's see what is obtainable here. So it says we offer a diverse range of postgraduate research projects that come with living stipend scholarships. So scholarship funded research project, these are scholarship funded research projects. So this is the sure bet. Explore our research projects with funded living stipend scholarships. You can filter by program type, research area and scholarship type, or use the keyword search field to find project that suits your interest. Very important. If you'd rather bring your own project, explore our scholarships. Now remember that I've spoken about the scholarship per se, right? I've spoken about the scholarship for PhD and also for masters, but right now we are looking at scholarship funded research projects. We are looking at projects that are certainly having scholarships placed on them. So these are the projects. Very important. So they say if you want to bring your own project, then you need to explore scholarships that are available that can cover that project. And you also need to find a supervisor to support your project. But I think it is easy in most cases to tag along with something that is already available, because I mean you already know the people that are part of this project, and you understand that when you reach out to them and you have like all what it takes, they're just going to accept you. It's not going to be so like difficult for you. So that is what I am saying. So guys, if you have been enjoying this video, if this video has been teaching you a lot of things so far, please don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, put on your notifications so that when I drop new videos you'll be among the first people to see them. Please guys, don't forget to also share my video, like my video, encourage what I'm doing, give me motivation while I also motivate you. Motivate me to motivate you. Iron sharpens iron, right? So yeah, let's support each other. Subscription is entirely and absolutely free, so it takes nothing away from you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. I know you guys are supportive. I've been seeing your support and I really appreciate all of it. So now this part is saying that for study level you want to click on Doctor of Philosophy because absolutely or obviously we are looking at scholarship funded research projects. So we are not limiting ourselves to only Doctor of Philosophy. We are also looking at Master of Philosophy, MPhil. And if you are looking for scholarship for Doctor of Veterinary Clinical Science, you can also click here. You're going to see everything. So that is it. So we are international students, so you click on international students, so it brings you opportunities that are specifically for international students. And then you come down to this place. What is the name of the scholarship? You can see research project scholarship. You don't want fellowship support scheme scholarship. You just come to research project scholarship. So that is what the system has already chosen for us. And for research areas, you're going to come down to these boxes. If you are somebody that is looking for opportunities in chemical sciences, biomedical and clinical sciences, like, you just have to tick these boxes and it is going to bring out whatever it is that you like, right? Very, very important. But then let's just do like a random pick of what is available. Now we can see study on carbon dioxide conversion integrated ion making process. This is a project and it says it focus on thermal catalytic CO2 conversion to CO, which has the potential to reduce carbon emission and promote carbon recycle in the shaft furnace system towards zero carbon direct reduction ion making. Now the supervisor, Professor Geoff Wang and Dr. Yangzhao Zhang. Location is St. Lucia. Research area chemical sciences and engineering. You can see. Now let's click on this so that we can see what this project is all about proper. Yeah, the program is a PhD program, research area chemical sciences engineering. Project description: we are seeking a motivated PhD student to join our research team in the field of CO2 conversion and recycling for sustainable metallurgy. This project part of the collaborative program towards zero carbon. All of this information very, very important. So research environment: this PhD will be undertaken with the School of Chemical Engineering at the University of Queensland. Yeah, the top ranked department in Australia in the 2025 QS World University Rankings by subjects and rising on the global stage from 41st to 39th. Yeah, that is that. Now you can see for the scholarship, you say this project is supported by the research project scholarship, which is like what we are looking at currently, and the scholarship includes living stipend of $36,400 per annum. We've seen this information also, and you can see that your tuition fee is going to be covered. So this is actually an amazing opportunity. To learn more about research project scholarship, you don't really need much of that. Come down to the supervisor section. You can see the supervisors. If you want to reach out to them, let's just try view Professor Geoff Wang's profile. You click on it. Yeah, this is Professor Geoff Wang, and this is his email address if you want to send him a cold email. But before you do that, guys, please make sure you've already read about the project, understood the scope of the project, and also try to see what Professor Geoff Wang has been doing. Look at his publication so that when you reach out to him, he's going to know that you know, right? It's very, very important. Like, they appreciate it when they know that you know them, and it is not just by knowing their name, but knowing what they do and the research areas that they are interested in. Very, very important. So yeah, that is that for this professor. You can see research interest, everything is here, all of his research interest. They spelled it out. You can check for some of his publication. This is his ORCID, research ID, Scopus. Like, look for information about this lecturer. Now look at his works. You can see some of his, these are his articles. I was talking about articles. This one has been submitted, I think it is under review. It has been published already, this 2026. You see, this guy is very current in terms of research, so you can reach out to him. These are his journal article. Like, everything is here for you. Funding, you can see that he has funding 2024 to 2029. So that is what we have seen, right? That is what we have just seen. I think I'm trying to see if there's something available. You can imagine this is 2011 to 2029. This guy has had this funding for quite a long time now, and it is still counting. So yeah, you can reach out to him. So this is a current funding. If you click on this current funding, it brings you to the abstract of the research, and yeah, these are some of the experts that are associated with this research. So you can reach out to him, and if he finds you very good or suitable for this opportunity, he's going to plug you in for sure, for sure. So this is for supervision. It says available for supervision, so he is available for supervision. I mean, I'm using Professor Geoff Wang to show you how you can search for available project, and also for the supervisors that are tied to this project, so you can apply the same thing that I'm showing you for your own field, right? Very, very important. So supervision history, these are some of the project he has supervised, PhD project he has supervised in the past. So this is also very, very important. And yeah, that is that for this professor. Now I want us to look at something. So it talks about research environment, the scholarship, the supervisor, preferred educational background. So for preferred educational background, you can see that your application will be assessed on a competitive basis. We take into account previous academic record, publication record, honors and award, employment history. You see now they've added honors and award and employment history, a working knowledge of research in the relevant field, and an internship in the relevant industry would be of benefit to someone working on this project. You see, so this is very important. So read a background or knowledge of chemical engineering, chemistry, metallurgical engineering, and mechanical slash thermal engineering is highly desirable. So how to apply? So before you apply an application, you should so before submitting an application, this is what they want you to do. Check your eligibility for a doctor of philosophy. We already did that. Prepare your documentation. What do they mean by documentation? Let's check. You click on that. It brings you to this place that say prepare your document. And we can see supporting documents are an important part of your application. You must prepare your document following the guidelines below. So document copies, names and types. You can see scanned copies of original documents are acceptable, but you need to have an original copy of your document, as you may be asked to provide these at any time during your studies with us. So documents must be Adobe PDFs following the name format. You see your surname, which is like your last name, how we call it, put the underscore, put your first name, put the name of the document. You see document name. This is very, very important, guys. Please pay attention. Now this part is talking about your curriculum vitae, which is your CV. You have to submit your academic transcripts, also your degree certificates, English language document as well, your passport, your reference letters, recommendation, and other documents. So very, very important. So that is what you need to know about the documentation. And also it says you have to contact Yang Zhao Zhang, that is the professor that we just looked up, right? And you need to discuss your interest and suitability. Now this part is also very important. It says that submit your application by 29th of September 2025, which is actually just by the corner. Yeah, guys, like I said, this is like an example. There are some other opportunities there that are kind of way later. So search, guys, search. The opportunities are there. Now when you apply for this scholarship when you submit an application for your program. So you do not need to submit a separate scholarship application. In your application, ensure that under the scholarships and collaborative study section, make sure that you select my higher degree is not collaborative. I am applying for or have been awarded a scholarship or sponsorship. Other, then research project scholarship, and in the name of scholarship field enter iron making Wang. Guys, these are things that they are giving you an explanation on how to go about with the application process. It is very, very important. You might have all it takes, all of the credentials and everything, but when you miss these little details, this little information, it might screw your application. So please don't screw it up. Yeah. So now this is the application online portal. So you come to this place just like I showed you initially. You want to register and apply, then you start a new application, put your email address, confirm your password, confirm, and come to this place, tick, and then go continue. It's because I've not entered any information, that is why it's showing me this red stuff. So guys, that is that for scholarship opportunities for doctoral program at the University of Queensland, as well as research projects that you can apply for under masters and also for PhD scholarship opportunities at this university. And yeah, guys, if you have watched till this point, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Once again, don't forget to also put on your notifications so that when I drop new video, you'll be among the first set of people to see them. Please, guys, share this video to people that will be needing them, and also engage, like my videos, Drop your comments if you have any. I would really be glad to respond to your comments swiftly. Thank you so much, guys. Love you. See you in my next video. Ciao ciao.